The market is taking off. It's altcoin season. You better buy everything you can as fast as you can. Hold on. Slow down. I'm going to do a complete market update. I'm going to go through it very quickly. I'm going to try to make this a short video. I'm going to start with a macro view of the total crypto market, whittle our ways down, look at the phases and where I believe we are now, and then look at an individual crypto and give you an idea so that you can take a deep breath and make better decisions. I'm Brian. I'm a big dumb animal. Don't do what I do. That's my disclaimer. This is the total crypto market. Now, let's look at what they call the phases. You've probably seen this reference before. The idea being that phase one is when Bitcoin starts to move and money flows into Bitcoin. Bitcoin's price is moving up, money's coming in. Then, theoretically, the idea is that money then moves down to Ethereum. This is what's happened in the past, and so far, this is playing out. I'll show you that. Once it moves into Ethereum, it goes down into the altcoins, large caps, and then the smaller ones. You might say, well, why is this? Well, if you've got Bitcoin, let's say at $100,000, and it goes up, let's say to 130 or 140, that's a nice gain. But you didn't double, triple, or quadruple your money. So people start moving down into Ethereum to chase those bigger gains. And then into the altcoins for even larger gains. Okay, the total market here is represented on a daily chart. You can see that just recently, since last week around the 9th, it started to really shoot up. Also, the volume here, very important, has gone up significantly as well. So this is just higher than the last peak, yet the amount of buying pressure is much higher than the last peak. That's what you want to see. If this had jumped up and the buying was down, meaning there's more selling than buying, there's not a lot of buying pressure, then this wouldn't be a real valid move. Now, don't be surprised if we have somewhat of a pullback. We're at 3.37 trillion. This red line here is the last bull market all-time high. We are now well above that. Predictions are that I've seen around hopefully 10 to 12 trillion in this bull run. Could be in a couple months, could be into 2026. We have to watch and keep track of it. The next thing we like to look at is others market. Actually, let me look at the total. Here it is on a weekly. Oftentimes, you can just go up here if you use TradingView, you click and you can choose hour, weekly, daily. Sometimes to take out a lot of the noise, it's nice to just look at it on a weekly. You can see how it's been moving. Now let's look at others. Theoretically, this represents all of the altcoins. It's the total market minus the top 10, but it's really about the top, I think, 125 coins. Now you can see here also, assuming this is a valid trend line, that it has broken up out to the upside. Also, as we noted, this volume is significant. It's going up clearly. So even though the price had been, the others market had been coming down, the market cap, it's been moving up in volume over time. It bottomed out, it started moving up, and then it pushed higher. That's what you usually see. Also, I noted this in my school community for those of you that follow me there. Look at that rise and look at that rise. All right, this is just, you can see I'm not the... All right, now let's compare that. Let's grab this guy here and say, oh, okay, look at that rise. Significantly more here than here, valid. However, these are the same run-ups. What am I trying to point out? Trying to point out that this run in price did get pushed with volume. But this run in price, same amount market cap wise, got pushed up with way more volume. This is a very powerful push. Okay, that's what we want to see happening. Now, the next thing, as we mentioned, that you want to see money go from Bitcoin to Ethereum, how do we know that that's starting to happen? We look at a couple indicators. The first one is Ethereum versus Bitcoin. In other words, which one is performing better? What do I mean by that? If you look at coin market cap, you see Bitcoin here. This is the last 7 days. Bitcoin's gone up about 9%. Ethereum last 7 days up 23%. So, in order for alt season to happen and mirror what happened in the past, we're going to see Ethereum outperform Bitcoin. That's what we're seeing. But notice, and I always say this, it doesn't mean that Bitcoin's price has to go down. It just has to be that Ethereum is appreciating greater. And that's represented in this particular chart. When this starts to move up, it's showing that yes, Ethereum is outperforming Bitcoin. That's the next thing we want to see. Why? Because the last movement in 2021, here, this was alt season because Ethereum was outperforming Bitcoin. Then the opposite happened over the last couple years, and now we're waiting for Ethereum to outperform. All right. Two other things we look at to make sure that we're indeed moving into that alt season is we want to see the Bitcoin dominance drop. It got up to around, 66%. What does that mean? It means that out of the total market of 3.37 trillion, Bitcoin at the moment is 64% of that money. So we want to see the Bitcoin dominance drop, meaning it's less of the total market, meaning the other coins are starting to make up more of the market. How do they do that? Well, they're going up in price and they're going up in their market cap. Again, notice Bitcoin's dominance is dropping. I want to make this point again. Even though Bitcoin's price is going up, that's okay. We just want the dominance to drop. Now, if we zoom out, because this is a daily chart, as you can see here, the dominance was going up for quite a while. Now, in the past, this was the alt season. See the dominance drop significantly. That's what we want. However, there was a drop. How do we know this is the right drop? One of the best ones that I've seen everyone reference is called the Pi cycle top indicator. Long story short, if these two lines cross, then this drop is actually the valid drop. So we want to see that happen. But things are moving in the right direction. We all know that Bitcoin's been moving for a while across 100. Everyone was happy. Got up to 120 something. Again, now we're seeing money move into Ethereum because Ethereum this year was as low as around 1,400. And now it's shot up to over 3,600. So it's more than doubled from its low. So the money's moving into Ethereum. We're just waiting for the dominance to drop, and we're waiting for it to be official, in my opinion. Now, what does that mean, and what should you do? Should you go out and just buy everything? Because a lot of people are euphoric, thinking that this is the move in alt season. It could be. It may not be. It looks like it is based on Ethereum and whatnot. So let's look, lastly, at an individual crypto. ICP. I hold many cryptos. I hold ICP. I like it a lot. I like a lot of other cryptos. I'm betting on this one just like everything else. However, in 2025, starting right here where you see my cursor, going forward, it basically did nothing but drop, as did most cryptos. It bottomed out. It tested the bottom. It's around $5.60. Let's just say it was about almost $1 more back earlier in June. So even though you're seeing Bitcoin shoot up and Ethereum shoot up, and you're seeing when you look at coin market cap, nothing but green, and you might be freaking out, I'm just here to tell you, take a deep breath. It was in December of last year where ICP was at $15. So you don't have to run and jump into everything. Make sure you do some research. You know what you're buying. You check the charts. Take some time. I think you've still got a little time to purchase some of these. When you get in is totally up to you. But I wanted to point out that even though you're seeing the whole list of cryptos green, it doesn't mean they're way up here where they were in November, December. Not even close. It's going to be a 3x at the current price just to get it up there. So take a deep breath. Lastly, I just wanted to show you the altcoin season index. This is where if 75 cryptos are outperforming Bitcoin in percentage gain, that's considered an alt season. This number would be 75 out of 100. It would be in this purple area. This orange line is only down here at 36. Now it is above the area, but notice it's been above there before. So we really want to see that move up for altcoin season. If you want to make money with tax-free gains, you do it in an IRA account. I happen to be a longtime customer, 3.5 years using iTrust Capital. If you're interested, watch that video. But more importantly, here's a QR code. You can simply scan it. It's my affiliate link, and you'll actually get $100 if you sign up using that link. The minimum is $1,000 to open an IRA account, and you can purchase over 75 cryptos. I put a post on X, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, XLM, ADA, SUI, Link, HBAR, AVAX, Tau, Near, Ondo, Render, Vet, Fetch, all the ones I talk about and more, but I highlighted those to show you if you want to make tax-free capital gains, do it in an IRA account. And please do take a look at my crypto school. It does have a monthly fee, but there's a group of people in there. We talk every day about individual cryptos. We have discussions, and then I have courses on great detail into whatever it may be, putting crypto into an IRA, opening a particular wallet, moving money between wallets, how to buy on an exchange, you name it. I put a lot of time into it, and I'm developing new courses all the time. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and I hope this was helpful.